How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? So lovely to be here tonight, and big love to KidzWish. Thank you so much for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a proud ambassador of KidzWish Foundation, welcome to the 2012 KidzWish Annual Charity Ball.
Thank you all for coming here tonight.
Oh, we can't win today!
Welcome you all to the KidzWish Charity Ball.
Okay, here we go. High beams turned on, we do the impossible. I turn a feeling into soul.
Every year in November, thousands of people from all over New South Wales descend upon the Wynn Entertainment Centre for one cause: to spread love and laughter to Illawarra's sick, disabled and disadvantaged children. Over the last 10 years, the Stockland KidzWish Christmas Party has captured the hearts and imagination of Illawarra's special children. Starting from a simple wish, this local annual spectacular has grown to become one of the biggest parties of its kind in regional Australia, and has followed the next night by Wollongong's premier event, the KidzWish Annual Charity Ball. This year, the KidzWish Foundation celebrates 10 years of making a difference to the lives of local children and their families. It truly is a story of where charity begins at home, and it all began with founder Chris Bevan.
I think sort of getting into a charity was actually quite a surprise to me, really. It was never planned. It's probably been the best thing that I've ever done in my life.
Well done, Chris. Congratulations.
You know, I feel it's like an Academy Award. KidzWish love all of you, and we'd love to see you here again next year. Are you coming?
I guess it started as you know, Chris's little baby, and it's developed into being a legitimate charity that helps a lot more people.
It all came about with a Christmas party that wasn't going to happen, and I thought, this can't be. I used to run the variety club at Christmas parties down here, and they decided not to do it again. So I thought, that can't happen. They have to have the Christmas party for the special children here.
You can just generate a little bit of fantasy with kids. I think, you know, it can cure all sorts of ills.
So I just got out there, raised some money, and then became a charity. So off it went, and now 10 years later, look where we've got to.
So it's gone from hundreds to thousands just in a matter of 10 years.
Starting off with 500 children at the first Christmas party, building up to 4,500 here 10 years later, that's almost 1,000% increase in size.
Well, it was only me at the beginning, and it started in my home and in the spare room there. We had a couple of, various people come in and help. They used to just be volunteers, but it was basically the family that got involved.
I remember us sitting outside of Freddo's, our local grocer, and selling raffle tickets, and visiting Nan in her back room where the office was originally, and seeing her work there all by herself, and then to see it progress to where it's come to now is pretty amazing.
I remember at the Christmas parties, all my grandchildren, they were either fairies or they were rabbits.
Well, I started out as a fairy when I was very young, the first year of the Christmas party, so I was probably around about 5 years old.
I started off as a snowflake, and then I got promoted to icicle the next year.
I'm very pleased to say that even to this day, they're very committed, and so it's been a family push as well, which is a proud thing, I think.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
The idea for a pantomime came, I guess, from my background in England, and I used to enjoy them so much, and every year now we've had a theme, whether it be sort of Pirates of the Caribbean or Alice or Mary Poppins flying through the air. And it's so unique, I think, and they enjoy that story, they enjoy that theme. And when you think of these children, like Mary Poppins visited as a show here, but these kiddies would not have gone to that show because A, some of the parents, probably most of the parents couldn't have afforded it, but B, to take a disabled child or a sick child to go and sit in the theatre in Sydney is too hard.
And now you shake it right up high.
Getting in front of those children
and especially the special kids, when I come down into the audience and there's 4,500 kids with their carers there, and I'll see one of those special children sitting there, whether it's a girl or a boy in a wheelchair, they can hardly move, and their eyes can hardly move and look up. But when I come down and I touch their hand, they look up, and the smile on their face, it is just priceless.
I think the most moving moment for me is when that camera goes right across the Wynn Entertainment Centre and we capture all those wonderful lights. The kiddies sort of waving them is just so emotional. It's probably my favourite scene.
As much as the party belongs to the children, it's a welcome treat for their parents too.
The parents there are just so appreciative because they don't have to worry about the child. The child is in their own little moment. And, you know, they know they're going to get their ice cream, they know they're going to get their McDonald's, and, you know, at the end it's all so exciting because they're going to get this big present.
Brimming with expectation, children always look forward to their special gift from Santa.
I can't wait just to shred this up!
Over 4,000 unbelievable presents are given out each year.
Not really knowing what to expect. I'd heard that, you know, these were good events, but on the day I was just blown away.
Hello, girls!
Last year's stage show, The Wizard of Oz, wooed the wide-eyed audience whilst they enjoyed over 25,000 McDonald's Chicken McNuggets, over 4,000 Streets ice blocks and fun bags filled with Woolworths goodies.
I'll just whip up a little magic with Ronald's magic wand. Rubble, rubble.
Celebrity illusionist Cosentino added to the magic.
My favourite day of the year is going to the KidzWish party. Sitting back and watching the faces of not only the children sitting in the audience, but the parents and the carers and the teachers.
I couldn't do it today, not on my own. I have this amazing staff that we have, you know, supported by the volunteers.
KidzWish couldn't do what they do without the volunteers. We've got great board members, we've got great staff, but we're limited into how much we can actually do.
Okay, good morning, KidzWish volunteers. How are we today?
In the weeks leading up to the big event, many hands make light work. On the day, over 400 volunteers donate their time and energy to ensure the Christmas party is a huge success. From setup to pack down, they're busy being ushers, packing food, handing out goodie bags, delivering lunches, ice blocks and presents.
Without those volunteers as support, we couldn't do it. I realised that there was a great need down here, not only for the party, but for special children. And I could see that the Illawarra children were sometimes put aside. So there was a passion with that. There was a passion to think, well, once I started doing this party and once you meet these children, they're the ones that take your heart.
Chris's answer to this growing need saw the launch of the Love and Laughter Appeals program. The first appeal granted was to Leo.
In Australia, he's one of a kind, literally.
Leo suffers from a rare genetic condition that means he'll never grow up.
Leo Lagana is 9 years old, yet he's only 79 centimetres tall. That's the size of your average 1-year-old. Leo has an extremely rare condition called primordial dwarfism. Unlike more common forms of dwarfism, his body is in perfect proportion. It's just that it's so very small. Most kids like him are lucky to survive into their teens, and very few live past 30.
He had a dream to go to the Little People's Conference in New York, and we had started to telemarket at that stage. This telemarketing provided us a foundation for us to work from. We managed to send Leo to the Little People's Conference in New York, and he was just amazing. In fact, it was so right that 60 Minutes followed him there to New York.
We're going to America 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yep.
That is going to be excellent.
Excellent.
Leo's got to be the most isolated of all, over here all on his own. And he's going to go there, and I want him to form lifelong relationships with these kids.
Everybody, group hug. Group hug.
For a few precious days, Leo is not the odd one out.
Give me a hug, bud.
A week in the Big Apple has been life-changing for the Laganas.
Hey, little man, you look big now.
Little Leo leaves New York for Wollongong with a big future.
Hey there, buddy.
You've discovered some new hope, I think, since you've been here, haven't you?
Yep, it's like someone switched on the light and bathed the whole situation in light. It's good.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
Just to see how everyone else is going, you have an image of what the future holds for Leo.
Also in 2009, KidzWish reached a major milestone with the purchase of their own place. The extra space meant new therapy programs could begin, enabling brighter futures for even more children who've missed out on government help.
We thought, what else is missing? And we thought physiotherapy and occupational therapy and speech therapy. And we were inundated by people that needed that, you know, such a hole there.
Keaton has cerebral palsy, epilepsy and a blood clotting condition. He's been getting help through KidzWish now for 3 years with physiotherapy and some other types of therapy. Keaton was wheelchair bound with no prospects of walking, and now after the last 12 months has been able to walk 50 metres at times. He enjoys himself doing it, and it's a joy to watch, and also it helps myself, my wife and any other people with Keaton physically.
It's been really rewarding watching him progress from a little boy that had trouble really standing up from the floor and would fall over and fall straight back and almost, well, he would hit his head, to a child that can now walk with his dad on the beach without too much difficulty. He can get up and down off the floor by himself. And from that we've been able to progress to providing physio here at KidzWish Place.
I just hope that one day Keaton can say bye-bye Susie and bye-bye KidzWish. I'm ready to walk by myself. And that's my boy.
Another vital program at KidzWish Place is music and dance. Music is a fun, interactive way to develop social and motor skills and is enjoyed by many children, including Kiara.
My daughter Kiara is 10 years old and she has Down syndrome and hydrocephalus. Hydrocephalus is fluid on the brain. Kiara cannot have any fluids in her mouth that aren't as thick as honey. So that means that she cannot swim, she cannot drink, cannot shower. So no fluid can go into her mouth because it collapses her lung. Kiara's just had her 27th operation, a procedure. They won't let her be operated down here in Wollongong, so we have to travel to Sydney, and she has 8 surgeons up in Sydney. For the first 4 years, most of our living was done out of Ronald McDonald House. It puts a lot of strain on my relationship with my other 2 children, which is the one I have the biggest guilt for. They have a lot of time away from their mum because I'm always going to Sydney with Kiara, and I never want them to be resentful of their sister because of that. So coming to music and dance and being able to bring Callie makes it fun for her. She's got something to look forward to, and she's just the same as her sister. There's no huge differences here.
It actually helped develop them in music appreciation, their movement, their communication, and an overall package in helping these special children develop.
She really loves coming and joining in with the other kids and socialising. So it's not just here for the music and dance, she loves the socialising. Her communication skills and her speaking has increased because she's here with lots of different kids and is forced to interact with the staff and the children.
From seeing this small group of children relate to each other and bounce off each other and get a joy out of appreciating music and dancing and being silly and letting loose.
I get pretty excited myself. It gives us a break from the normal routine of our busy life.
The programs that they run out of here, out of this house, are growing all the time, and they're getting some great results that are coming out of here.
None of these life-changing programs would be possible if it wasn't for the dedicated sponsors.
The funding comes really from the lovely sponsors that we have that love and trust us in monetary times. There's lots of other sponsors that are in kind.
It's a charity that is very dear to our hearts, and it's fantastic to be involved with such a wonderful organisation.
We're really proud of the job that KidzWish does. It collectively brings together a lot of resources and a lot of money and fundraising, and you see from year to year the things that they've done and the services they provide it's just a wonderful organisation.
I think the unique thing about the KidzWish Foundation is that the support that is offered is not just to the sick or disabled child. The support's offered to the whole family.
I think in any community there are always some people who need that extra special bit of help. KidzWish have that ability to spread that love and laughter around, and by doing that present a face for Wollongong which is a caring face.
Our region in some respects is a forgotten region in Australia. You know, we don't tend to get a lot of assistance from the various government levels, so any organisation that's able to give back to this region from this region is absolutely magical, and to see the looks on the kids' faces with what KidzWish does is absolutely fantastic.
I think the most memorable moment for myself was the Kids Speak program, the grant being given by the Greater. That was a large grant that was provided to the KidzWish Foundation, and the Kids Speak program, which is designed to reach over 700 children over the next 3 years, would not have been possible without that grant.
Socks! We haven't had socks! The Kids Speak service is a mobile speech pathology service, and what we're aiming to do is bring speech and language activities into the preschool setting. So it's helping children who are not yet at school in the 0 to 5 age group, and that's a key age group for children to learn language skills. It's the time when the brain is the most ready to learn language.
Seeing, I think, those children getting a benefit from that Kids Speak program and knowing that, hey, their future could well and truly be changed through this program, that's amazing.
How you guys feeling? Welcome to the wonderful Jessica Malboy.
Oh, I'm feeling your love. Oh, no, yeah. Okay, bring the girls, not for pussycat to purr.
The charity ball just seems to get better and better and bigger each year.
Because we're running the world. Oh,
please welcome Mr. Jeff Harvey and his orchestra.
And the McDonald's team, where are they? Oh, I gotcha by the collar, bring your collar with me. Woo!
Certainly, there's a lot of regulars that keep coming back because they've had such a great time the year before, and that's not something they want to miss.
My most memorable moment with KidzWish is the 2010 ball. The best bit was Kip coming on to sing You Raise Me Up with Guy Sebastian. He did it amazing.
One of the highlights of last year's ball was Jacob getting his wheelchair.
I'm 16. I have cerebral palsy. I was born with it. At home, I struggle to get around, and if I'll be able to take this chair home, I'll be able to get around. I can't believe what's happened to me. I mean, so much has happened in a short time. With everybody going to help, like from where I was to where I am now is like a miracle. And yeah, I never ever thought this had happened to me, and it has. And I'm just grateful for everything that's happened. Everybody that put in to help donate for the chair, I'd just like to thank them as well, because you know, every little bit counts, it all helps.
Those things make a huge difference to people, and they can't afford it on their own. So the charity plays a big part in being able to provide that level of independence and hope for their future.
Each year, the Wynn Entertainment Centre is transformed from children's party venue to grand ballroom overnight. This is no mean feat, but it's the devoted KidzWish staff working tirelessly behind the scenes that really make the party and ball such a success.
Welcome everyone this morning. It's the 9th Christmas party for our special children, and it's a big day ahead of us. So I'm going to hand you straight over to Glenn, who's looking after things.
Okay, thanks Chris. In front of you we have the run sheet for the 2012 KidzWish Christmas Party and KidzWish Annual Charity Ball.
I'm taken back by the scale of it. It's massive. Absolutely massive.
Yeah. So I'd just like to take this opportunity to acknowledge Stockland, the major sponsors of the Christmas party. You guys grant the wishes of 1,000 children here today.
After months of planning, leading volunteers and looking after the finer details, all their hard work is rewarded with a party and ball that's touched the hearts of thousands and raised much-needed funds.
My name's Glenn and I'm from KidzWish.
I just cannot believe that this small staff does what it does. I cannot commend our staff highly enough.
With the ball growing larger each year and increasing sponsor support, more families are being reached by the KidzWish Appeals program, making possible life-changing miracles to families like Cody's.
I'm Cody and I was ended up in a hospital.
He was born with gastroschisis, the small intestine on the outside of his bowel. They actually said that the liver would die of the medications that we had to feed him. He was the first child in Australia, the 5th child in the world, ever to trial a liver protection drug, because we thought our son would never come home, you know. He'd spend his whole life in hospital. And thank you so much to KidzWish that they supply him his medications that he needs. And we can actually have him at home so Cody can live a normal life out of the hospital.
I think one of my favourite ones, of course, is Frank, who now 7 years ago, and he arrived here with his family with no legs. One of the best moments was to see him get his legs.
Frank was born this way, so...
There's one. There's two.
This is all understandably overwhelming.
Thank you.
And his first step is one to remember.
Too high.
Frank has to learn to walk from scratch. It's not easy, but slowly he gets the hang of it.
So these days he walks, he talks a lot, he plays basketball, he's one of our ambassadors, and the whole family have become very much part of the KidzWish family.
Hi, I'm Leo, and I have a big mission to make Noah's dream come true.
It's a big job, isn't it, team?
Yeah!
Ambassadors play a major role within KidzWish, spreading the word and connecting with the community. Two of the adult ambassadors have been with KidzWish since the beginning, Matt Campbell and Mick Lowe.
Pretty much my role as an ambassador is almost just to be able to help bring awareness to KidzWish and what they do. You know, I take it upon myself to even, you know, have a few events and help with fundraisers and stuff like that. There's something about, you know, charities and being involved in charities and seeing your fruits of your labour when you donate time or you donate money. I think of every parent, I think, is seeing their child enjoying life, you know, and if we can somehow participate and help that happen, then I think that's everyone's goal.
Hey, Matt, I need your help.
Why, Noah?
I need you to go to local KidzWish for $50. Watch.
It's just a great charity. It's an opportunity for me to be able to give back to the local community and deal with the special kids here in the Illawarra.
Hi there.
Hey, Max.
We've also got Max. And Max is one of my favourite little mates. I think Max is a mate of everybody's.
The child ambassadors may be smaller, but they do just as good a job as their adult colleagues.
This is Samantha.
Hi. Hi, I'm Noah.
Hello, I'm Kit. And I'm Frank.
Hey, Chris. What about me?
How could anyone forget about you, Leo?
I love you to bits, Chris.
Samantha has grown up as a KidzWish kid for most of her life and is one of the many children that benefits greatly from the speech therapy program, a one-on-one initiative held at KidzWish Place.
Mum?
Good girl. Well done. Next one.
It is so important for children to be able to communicate well and to grow into adults who can communicate well.
She loves coming here. I think that's one of the biggest bonuses about this therapy is that the KidzWish Place represents fun and it's safe and she's comfortable. So every time we come here, we see the progress that she's making because she's in an environment that she's happy to be in, and I think that's really important in any therapy. And she's developing those skills, and they've certainly been enhanced since she started speech here.
Recently, the KidzWish Sports program was introduced, encouraging children to enjoy team sport, bringing out their best and improving self-esteem. Wheelchair basketball was a particular favourite for child ambassador Noah, who sadly passed away last year.
We recently lost one of the most important little fellas.
Noah was my son, and he was involved in KidzWish for quite a while, and then a few years ago they invited him to be one of the faces of KidzWish. So he was quite happy to accept that challenge.
Matt, you're a champion.
That's gold.
He was such a character. He was out there. He did everything.
He loved being the centre of attention. So he did some commercials.
And 3, 2,
1. Yeah, I helped Grant the leg.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
He really knew that he was doing a great job for KidzWish. We'd get people just approaching him. I know you from the TV, and I know you from this place. And yeah, he got really excited, and it made us feel good too that he was doing a great job for KidzWish.
Right. Woohoo.
He loved being with his friends. He loved going out on the boat with the crews. He was a clown. Noah was very cheeky on the basketball court. He'd be mucking around all the time. And his sister was involved in it too, which was good. So that was a connection for them as well. KidzWish improved his life just by including him in a lot of things. They bought him a dog.
I have a dog. It was a present from KidzWish. And his name is Butch, and his breed is a Chihuahua.
That really helped him develop the friendship with him, where we never had a real pet before, so that was Noah's pet, and he looked after him, and just the way they included him in all the activities that they did. I miss everything about Noah. He was my life. And there's just a big hole now. But KidzWish have helped me get through that as well. They've always been there for me with the support. And for me to get involved in KidzWish is a great thing too. I always felt that I needed to take on Noah's legacy. So the things I'm doing here, I think, are helping with his life. He wasn't here for no reason, so now I've got to take that step and move on with the things that he wanted to do. It's very difficult, very difficult. And there's been about 7 that have left us. And you get personally attached to them. Not that we are not attached to the others, because there's, of the 10 probably that's been close to us that have gone, there's been 300 out there, if you like, in the same time. And I'm so sorry for the parents.
There is absolutely nothing better than seeing kids laughing, smiling, happy and having a great time.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
There's some children, unfortunately, that you really can't change their future too much, but you can make their now a lot more enjoyable.
It's more now. It's a KidzWish family. It's not a family that belongs to me. The charity belongs to the children. It doesn't belong to anyone else.